One of the most difficult tasks when going up to an unfamiliar network can be figuring out what are the IP addresses of your PLCs and other industrial components. Using the PLC Tools SIM-IPE, we can discover devices out of the network, and also devices that are making DHCP requests, we can assign IP addresses for them. That's only the beginning of the features of the SIM-IPE, because for devices that are Ethernet IP compliant, Profinet compliant, or GigE compliant, we can also set those addresses to static, and we can change static IP addresses. So I'm going to plug the PLC Tools SIM-IPE into this network, and on first power up, it's going to ask me to set the IP address of the SIM-IPE. Now, it can do a limited amount of discovery with an IP address not assigned, but for all of our replace features and to get the maximum discovery, we do want to set this. And if you're not sure what to set it to, I'll give you a few tips at the end of this video to help you out. Before this one, I'm going to set it to 192, 168, 100. And for my network, the network mask of 255, 255, 255 will be fine. And notice when I click the OK into the gateway, it automatically fills in that 192, 168, 1 based on what I entered up here. And you just need to set that fourth number. Now, coincidentally, mine is 192, 168, 1.1. So now that I have that set, we're going to back out to our main menu, and we're going to go to Discover Device. And so far, we've discovered about 20, and you don't have to wait until this is done going up. You can go ahead and start browsing. So I'm just going to hit the up arrow. And we can see that we've got some devices out here. And if let's just stop on this particular one here. On our first line, well, our first line tells us how many it has discovered. The second line, this is our MAC address. And this can be really advantageous out on a network because the MAC address is usually on the front of the device. And we'll point out a few of them here in a little bit. But that kind of funny looking number with a lot of colons in it, that's usually the MAC. Now, notice it also is alternating, telling us that this is a Rockwell device on that first half of the MAC. The first half of your MAC address is the manufacturer. So if you're not sure of a manufacturer, that can be really helpful. Now, next, we do have our IP address. And later on, it'll be important that this IP address is in green. And near the end of the video, I'll show a few situations where it's not. We get the model number. And then we're going to alternate between giving you the mask gateway on an Ethernet IP device and the version number and the serial number. So now I want to go and find a 1756 so I can show you this revision. Now I could keep scrolling up and down here and just be hunting for a part number. But if I go back up to the beginning, then we see it says OK key to filter. And this gives you some really good tools to help you find your devices once you've discovered them. So I'm going to click the OK key. And I can simply show all. That's what you just saw there. Same name, other name. And I really like those last two, sort by name and sort by address. So right now I know I'm looking for a part number that starts with a 1756. So I'm going to sort by name. And now I can hit my down arrow. And first we have a few that are DHCP. We have an ARP entry. Usually when you see an ARP entry, that's probably a computer. Maybe not though. There's another ARP entry. That one's a computer. And then, okay, now we're getting into some model numbers. So these are usually your Ethernet IP or Profinet compliant devices or GigE. And now there's our 1756, because mainly I wanted to show you this. So if you're familiar with Studio 5000, you have to know your version before you can actually connect to it. So this will tell you what version you actually need, especially if somebody else has a SIM-IPE. That way you can have it downloaded and installed before you get to the site. Now, where the SIM-IPE can really save you a lot of time is the fact that it can assign and set IP addresses to static. Now, let's say we need to change an IP address. I'm going to plug into this 1734 AENT. And now I'm going to go Discover Device. And it did discover this one device, and I hit the up arrow. And now I'm going to press the OK button. And then we get several options here. And the real good one is this replace IP. So I'm going to hit replace IP address. It's going to verify, is that the IP address that you want to replace? And that in fact is, so I'll press OK. And then I'm going to change that IP to 192.168.137. 117. And then I'll press OK. And we're going to go down, execute replace. And it says that the target device accepted the new IP address. So that's simply, we can change the IP addresses as we're modifying our network. Now, more commonly than not, we are replacing a device with a new one. Now, I'm going to cheat a little bit because I'm not going to go get a new device. I am going to back out, and we're going to discover device again. And then I'll go up to that device, press OK. And I'm going to enable DHCP. And that's going to make it just like it was straight out of the box. So now I would plug into my new replacement device and I'll hit discover device. It's discovered one. And this time when we go to it, it says that it is making a DHCP request. And I'm going to press the OK button. And notice that it recalls the last IP address that you used. It saved it as the target device. So in this situation, maybe we have a bad one. We plug into it. We read the IP address out of it. We plug into our new one. It's already filled it in for us. We press the OK button, and it has assigned that IP address. And then very important, at the very bottom, we have OK set to static. And that's going to make it permanent. A lot of you will call me and say, well, yeah, we have this one device. Every time we have to go to our DHCP discovery tool and we have to assign an IP address every time the power fails. That OK set to static button, that's the one item that is missing from your steps. Now that will work with all Ethernet IP compliant devices. Now Profinet it also works with, so I'm going to plug into the Siemens S71200G2. And when we go to discover device on it, it has found one device. We hit the up arrow. It's 192.168.186, and I press the OK key. Now, on the Profinet, it has a whole different set of options. Mainly, we're going to be focusing on replacing an IP address. I'm just going to go up here, and we're going to just change it to 87. And then we can go down and we can execute replace, and it says successful. And I go back to discover device. And now it's on 87. I'm just going to drop it right back down to 86 and we'll execute replace again. Now we have a lot of videos out there to help you with some specific devices. For example, a Micro 850 has to be in program mode. Your PowerFlex 525, there are a few additional steps. So you'll find a lot of videos to help you out at the end of this one. But I do want to address the one item of what if we don't know what IP address to set the SIM-IPE to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back out my menu and I'm going to go to prepare address. And a really useful feature is we can select networks. And right now we're on network 1. I can hit the up arrow to network 2. That's going to be a completely blank network. So if we go down to its network setup, right now it's on 0.0.0.0. And okay, I don't know what IP address to set this to. So I'm going to just plug into the network with an IP address of 0.0.0.0. And we're going to go to discover device. Now, you may need to wait longer on this. It doesn't have all the cool features to discover devices. And also it's not going to discover nearly as many. But so far we have discovered 6 devices. And if we go and look through them, then we would just know that this one right here is on 192.168.1. The next one is on 192.168.1. And we're starting to see a pattern there. Actually, but there we have one device that is out there looking for an address. So that can help you get those first 3 octets the same. And for basic connections, if you'll make those first 3 octets or those first 3 groups of numbers of the IP address the same, and very important, that last one unique, then chances are you will be able to discover devices on the network. But now let's see what it would look like if we had the wrong IP address. So I'm going to go back out and I'm going to go down to prepare address. And we are going to go to network setup. And this time I'm going to make my IP address 192.168.0. 0, 10. So I'm just throwing it on an IP address that I know is wrong. Now, I'm not even going to bother putting a gateway into here. I'm just going to back right back out and go to Discover Device. And the first key indicator is net 2. Which one? It says net 2 because we are on network configuration 2. But now it's red up there. Red doesn't necessarily mean bad. What it means is there are devices out on this network that are not on the same IP configuration as the SIM-IPE. But now, before, we weren't able to find but a few devices on 0.0.0.0. Even having a wrong IP address in will help you discover, well, it looks like 20 devices out on this network. So I'm going to hit the up arrow. Up is the down arrow now. So I'm going to hit the down arrow and have a look at them. And actually, there's a Micrologix PLC, a 1766. It still can do the MAC, the IP. Mainly our IP's in red here, and that's the key indicator that we may need to do some work if we want some of the advanced features. So I'm going to go back down. I'm going to find that same 1734 if it's there. So, for example, this is a 1756. This is ControlLogix right out of view here. And so the replace IP address feature should work on this. But the key is it's in red right here. And that tells us that we're going to need to do some work to the SIM-IPE's IP address to make some of the advanced features work. So if I press the OK key, we are going to get the replace address screen. And I'm at the OK to replace. And it's going to verify, is this the IP address that you want to replace? And I'm going to say, yep. And then I'm going to try to change it to 192.168.125. And I'm going to go down and try to execute replace. And it's going to say unable to reach the device because the SIM-IPE is on network 192.168.110. So for the most part, on a basic network, your first 3 octets, or that 192.168.1, must be the same and that last must be unique. So since this is on 192.168.0, it's not going to work. Also, when we go to prepare address, since we just looked at that, it's going to warn us here that our IP is not correctly set to really work with that. In our first situation of not knowing the IP address 0.0.0.0, it gave us a couple where we are grasping a little bit, but by having even a wrong IP address, that's allowed us to discover quite a few devices out on our network, both Ethernet IP devices and Profinet devices. So now in this case, I just need to go down to my network setup. And in a second, that warning goes away. And then I can hit the enter key and I could change this to 192.168.10. And then I can go discover device and we won't have the red net 2. Now, the red net 2 may come up on your network. It's not a huge issue if it does, but it just means that there are devices out there that are not set up the same way the SIM-IPE is. Now, if we wanted to find those, which currently I don't have any, I could hit the OK button, and then I could go down and I could other network. And if I select that, that would show devices that are on the wrong network. So if we were doing a big network changeover and trying to make sure that we hadn't missed any, that can be a real key feature. All right, now there is one other way that we could discover our network is I'm going to back out. And I'm going to go back down to prepare address. And I'm going to go ahead and select network 3, which you have 10 networks configurations you can have. And many of you are in different plants that can be really useful. I'm going to select network 3. And I'm going to go to network setup. And all right, I have no idea how to set this IP address. Then I can go down here to from DHCP. I can hit that. And what this does is this goes out and asks for a DHCP server out on your network to assign you an address. And now I know that this network is assigning an address of 192.168.1.211. Click here to purchase your PLC Tools SIM-IPE. It is by far the fastest way to discover and assign IP addresses, both when replacing devices and when deploying large-scale networks, because you can just plug into one, assign IP address, plug into the next one, hit the up arrow to increment to the next IP. You can hit the OK button again and work your way all the way across. And this playlist right here has some really helpful videos when you run into one of those situations where you're struggling to assign or replace an IP address.